Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I am so. It, it's cold out. It's like damp and cold. It's winter. What can I say? That's what happens here. But yeah, anyway, I like usual, or maybe not usual. Sometimes I come on here with a full intent of what I'm going to say, and things are planned, and but lately I haven't been able to do that. Um, I really I don't know. Oh, okay. This is what's on my mind today. For people that have come against me, and you still have things up on YouTube about me, demeaning me, and telling lies about me, are you willing to state what you've said about me to the authorities? Are you willing to back up your words with your thoughts about me, but that you chose to publish on YouTube or wherever? Are you willing to face the consequences of what you've done? That's my question to people, you know? Because there's people in my life. You didn't care about the other side of the story. You asked me for my side of the story. I gave you valid reasons for why I would speak out about another human being treating people trashy, and you chose to ignore it. Shame on you. You're just as wicked as the people that were doing that to me. But to lie about me, when people called me a Mason, and you're going along with that, when I had to leave my home when I was a child because I was being abused by the Masons, I'm not letting this go. You will face consequences of what you've done to me, one way or another. I keep saying it, I know, and you think, well, whatever. But it'll take time. The wheels of progress are slow, so they say. But it'll happen. So anyway, that it really is what's on my mind today. I was watching a monograph channel, and he was talking about um, Harris becoming president. He thinks probably in February. Um, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that's pretty much I would think because she is progressive. She's not a liberal, and progressive is worse. She's a puppet of these puppet masters, big time. Half Indian from India and half Jamaican. So, did you know? Now, I did not know this. Her last name, Harris, means keeper of the cows or watcher of the cows, something like that. And that's pretty significant. And her middle name isn't diva, but it's something like Devi or something like that, the male terminology for diva. So not even female. Her middle name is a male name. So just a couple things I heard that were a little interesting. So yeah. But yeah, it's disgusting. I number one don't lie, and I hate liars. I really do. But if the only thing people can do is lie about me, what does that say about them? And what does it say about the people that would believe that, you know? So, people that their whole life is nothing but their image and making money, you know? Yeah. pretty big deal when you try and stop a woman who's actually speaking out against the dark cabal and teaching people how they operate and what they do within their families. Not just the people that go to like Davos or whatever, but the people that they have under their thumb through their manipulation. How do those people that would be considered like their worker bees, how do their worker bees affect you and me through our daily lives? Who's complying to all their baloney, you know? Is there anybody listening to me right now that would ever eat human? Would you eat another human being? Knowingly, you know? I think you know the answer if you ask me that question would be absolutely not. I would starve to death first. There's nothing that could make me take a bite of a human being. Or to use fertilizer made out of humans on our crops when forever people have been using their own farm animals for that same thing that they're trying to eliminate right now. You know, there's chicken farmers in my state that didn't annihilate their chicken flocks just because the government wanted them to when they said that the bird flu was coming through and there would be less birds and the birds in the wild could come in contact with the domestic ones and make them sick. I saw absolutely not one sick bird in my yard this whole year. Not one sick bird. I know they act a little crazy when the planes are spraying all that crap. Do you notice that? That the birds will start like chirping not just in the morning but or in the evening, but acting kind of erratically through the day, where maybe at times they might have not done something like that. I've seen differences in animals' behaviors like that, you know. I wonder what was on the menu over at Davos for the director of the FBI. What is the director treasonous of the FBI doing over um, cooperating with large corporation and tech giants out of our United States? It's against the law for these directors or um, inspectors and different, generals or whoever they are, not representing the people in our own country, but actually talking to corporations that they're incorporating our money with over in another country. I say all deals should be made at home and stay here. Our country is large enough to do everything all by ourselves. We do not need anybody for anything. But they're trying to make it seem like we do. The electronic chips that were or are being made in Taiwan, and I'm sure that will be taken over by China too, because uh, the United States and Canada has made a deal with Mexico, so we won't need Taiwan anymore. Therefore, who cares, right? That's the type of thing our government does. Disposable workers. They were okay and that we would defend them as long as we needed them. But now that we don't need them, they're disposable. I still go back and I'm going to ask everybody this that was affiliated with my smear campaign. Are you willing to stand before a court of law and call me a Mason and call me evil and hateful? The lies that have been told about me? Are you willing to stake your soul on that? On the words of another person? Well, that's what you're doing. You are literally staking your soul. Well, it's not just on the say so of another person. Let me change. I'll reiterate a little bit here. Um, you chose not to look through the facts for your own satisfactions in life, whatever those are. And no matter who got in the way of what you want in your life, made me disposable to you. you know, that's true. But yes, some pretty nasty things were said about me, you know. Still, I'm going to stand, you know. So why not just come out and say, I don't like you back and you suck? Okay, whatever. But to lie about me, that's where I draw the line and say, well, you're a filthy damn dog. You're a dog. And you got puppies too. Does that make you a bitch? Yeah, dirty bitch. I hate liars. I fucking detest them. Excuse me. Sorta. Anyway, I really do. A liar will do anything. If you're going to say anything, I mean, okay, who's going to care if I get hurt because somebody thinks I'm a Mason? Do you fucking care? I care. What if one of my kids or my grandkids get hurt because of somebody else's words? Do you care? Has anything I said going to endanger you? See, I can prove what I'm saying. You could ask how. Well, how I'm going to prove this is my faith in God. He's going to help me. I'm convinced on that. And I still say it's going to take some time, but there's going to be some shameful people for the way they treated me. Because when you know that you've been in the same live streams as me and you saw the jealousy, or like if I'm talking to another guy and the BSA bastard says, well, you don't want to talk to him because he's like a womanizer or whatever his little words were. Or when BSA bastard said to calling me his other half instead of twinsies, and his ridiculously um I don't know if it's lonely driven groupie started writing LOL so all the other little groupies would LOL along with you. Don't you feel disgusted? I would if I were you. There's people, I've been on live streams. I have a really good friend that people tried to drag him down ever since been on YouTube. Even Doug tried to drag him down, tried to get another so called minister to come against my friend, and I wasn't going to allow it. So, because when I give my heart to somebody in friendship, that's love. I mean that. It's not fake to me, and there's nothing nobody can say that's going to take that away. Only that person themselves. So I spoke right up and I said, no, I love this person and I'm not going to let you do this. No, I know he's from God like that, and I'm not going to allow you to dirty his name in my mind or anybody else's. Say what you want to say. That's me. It, believe me, would have been a whole lot easier for me just to say, yeah, say whatever you want. I agree with you, or you're right, or whatever. That sure would have been a whole lot easier. Of course, it wouldn't have made any difference in the whole grand scheme of things because, just like, I mean, why would somebody that's on the same live stream as me on another person's channel display their jealousy when I'm talking to somebody? And the biggest thing about it was I was just there for the guy that and I'm not even going to mention his name because he's one of the groupies that has kind of like just thrown me to the side. But um I was there for the smile and the laughter and the pure joy that I thought this person had in their heart, till I realized that he'd rather let somebody else take control of his live stream and his happiness and joy, and flippin' stole that shit from this person. And he hasn't even been on there doing what he was going to do because his joy was taken from him. I watched that happen. I think some of you know what I'm talking about too. You watched it. And tell me that's not orchestrated bullshit right there. And I'm not supposed to say nothing to nobody about anything, you know? This might make sense to some of you and it might not to the other ones. And if not, I apologize. I'm just getting my feelings out of my heart right now. So it's pretty ridiculous. And I was thinking to myself, here was this guy that thought he was like really good friends with this other person, and this person's making light and making jokes of people being friends and coming in between that with little digs, little sharp digs that are so unnecessary, you know? Yeah. Well, about the only thing I can really do is point out the narcissistic nature of the whole thing and not stop. So, until people realize either you acknowledge it. I'm just waiting. Actually, there's 3 specific people that I'm subscribed to, and I'm just waiting for them to put up another video so I can go and unsubscribe because I'm not going to bother going through my list. I have hundreds of people that I follow, so you're just a few, you know. So I'm actually just waiting for you to make the first move. and you're a shameful thing anyway. So, so I hope you all enjoy your company together because that's the type of people that you are. Ones that will run over other human beings and watch people run over human beings and think light of that. You're disgusting. That's fact. So yeah, nothing could make me turn on a friend ever. I don't care what anybody says, you know? It's like these idiots, talk about my mom. They don't even like their mom, but oh, they'll defend the thing, you know? You know those types? Like, you said what about my mother? Dude, you don't even like women, let alone your own mom, you know? Just as an example, you know? You know the type, ready to rip off their shirt and throw it and throw down, you know? I saw something kind of humorous on Facebook. It looked so staged, though. There was a Kentucky Fried Chicken guy out there, the KFC Colonel, in some parade, and he had like a bucket, excuse me, of chicken. And Santa Claus come along and just jumped on him, just nailed him. When the KFC chicken went all over the place, and he got back up and he started pounding on Santa. Santa, let's see, I can't remember who got the best of who, but the funniest thing about the whole thing that I thought was just horrible because some of them went flying on the ground, but it showed people going over there and getting the pieces of chicken and walking away eating them. It's like, that's thoroughly disgusting. You don't even know how old that chicken is. He could have been walking around with that chicken from yesterday, you know? Ugh. That's kind of what it tasted like the last time we went and got that stuff, too. Literally, Doug took a bite and I smelt it and he took it back and he told the woman, "Do you want it?" She says, "Well, what's wrong with it?" And he said, "Take a bite." She wouldn't do it. They didn't want to give him his money back either, but, it was disgusting. To me, because I had worked there, I told them to me, what it smelled like was their oil, that they hadn't cleaned their oil like they should at least once a week. But if you're very busy in a fast food, you should be doing it every few days anyway, if not every other. But that's when oil was starting to get a little more expensive. And yeah, that's gross because all the meat that goes in there, I mean, bacteria collects within 40 minutes. If you don't have it heated to 140 degrees, or even keeping it a constant 120 degrees Fahrenheit, that's botulism right there. And so think about that grease sitting overnight in a restaurant and not being cleaned. And they do filter it and add more, but most of the time in KFC, here's the gross thing. They make their gravy out of the bottom of what came out of the grease fryer for their chicken. That's gross. I didn't eat there when I worked there. Same other places. It just no. Yeah. That goes with a lot of things in life if you know actually how it's made and what they do. you probably wouldn't want to eat it, So. But yeah, just thinking of liars and there was no reason to lie about me. And if anybody in my family does get hurt because of this, I'm coming after you personally. Don't think I won't, and don't think I can't. Or it may not be personal, it might be somebody helping me. But you will reap what you sow one way or another. I would suggest taking it down if you haven't already. But mark my words, I hate liars. Even liars hate liars. Isn't that ridiculous? You'd think they just love each other, but they don't. Liars, they want you to tell the truth to them, don't they? That's okay. Yeah. How bad do I hate liars? Well, pretty bad. Because I say a liar will do anything. They're capable of anything, right down to murder or seeing somebody else hurt because they just don't care about their lives. Because the drama got them more attention than just leading their normal, everyday human life. But they're not the ones out there exposing narcissism. I am. The new religion, with all its followers. It's pretty sickening. Have you ever been lied about and had somebody actually do or ruin something in your life because of those lies? Yeah. Truth might hurt, but a lie is dangerous. I'll give you one more scenario. What if my granddaughters got hurt and my sons come after you? I'll guarantee you don't ever want to look them in the face in an adverse way. That's just a word to the wise right there. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you the truth. If one of those babies get hurt, yeah, whatever. You think that's funny right now, and you may think that's no big deal, but it's a very large possibility with the weirdos out in this world. They might not even do it out of defense for their own. They might even do it just out of the pure fun of it because they're evil like that. I'm just telling you. You don't really have to worry too much about me, like actually doing something physical to you, although I have thought about it. But God will take care of you. I know right now the people that have come against me are having rotten times in their life, all kinds of rotten things. And you'll know where that energy's coming from. And it wouldn't be even on you if your energy wasn't susceptible to it. So just keep that in mind. You're going to get what you deserve. You will reap what you sow. And so will I. And I welcome that because you know what? My name's Barbara Susan Clean Weast, and you aren't going to dirty me and get away with it. And I am blessed like that. Well, I hope you're all having a beautiful weekend. I actually am having a pretty good day. I was just thinking, though, God, what if something happens to somebody I care about because of this lie? I've been thinking that for a few days. It's still up there. I think. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't gone and looked, and I'm not going to. If somebody knows, maybe let me know. But um, could very well be that it was put up there and not another word was said. And that's one thing. But the lie itself was the smear, you know. Yes, I have integrity. And no, I'm not a slut. And I'm sorry that a lot of you hate me because I'm not slutty like you, the ones that I'm talking to, that is, you know. So, and guess what? I hate you like that too. You're disgusting. You don't have any self control. You're horrible. Just thought I'd tell you that. So, have a really good night or day wherever you're at. For the people that love me, I hope you're entertained. And I know you go through the same type of ordeals. So, um, the best I can do is wish you peace in your life and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.